Before we start, I need to say that this idea is not entirely original and is inspired by Mao Sate, particularly his series of villains being charged for their crimes.
What do you think of this flying vehicle, Morty? I built it out of stuff I found in the garage.
As Rick built this car out of junk he found in the garage, then it is almost certainly not registered. He is also operating a vehicle in the air, which could count as a plane, without a license or experience, among other issues. This could also get him child endangerment for Morty as he had him in the vehicle.
I had to make a bomb, Morty. I had to create a bomb. I'm gonna need you to take these seeds into the bathroom, and I'm gonna need you to put them way up inside your butthole, Morty.
This is definitely going to count as Rick smuggling contraband, as well as making Morty an accomplice to his crime. However, I could not find any charges for the second one.
Cakes.
You don't know me.
Then let me.
He's in bad shape, Morty. Oh, jeez, Rick.
As Rick clearly doesn't have a medical license, this is medical malpractice.
I smell the blood of...
Holy crap!
As the giant was looking for them to cause harm, this was technically self-defense. However, they didn't mean to kill him as he slipped. However, Rick and Morty are technically at fault. This is a complicated one, but due to reasons coming up, I will put it under involuntary manslaughter.
I'm from a tiny person's advocacy group, and I have here in my hand a motion to dismiss.
This could technically go under administering a noxious substance, as it did harm the people it was administered to, as well as mutating them.
Hey! No!
I've heard enough. Run, Morty!
Even though it is not an Earth government, so the same rules don't apply, if the council arrested him on suspicion of multiple murders, then he escaped. This can be counted as escaping from lawful custody, as Rick is fully aware why this is all happening and they had good reason to bring him in.
Ow! Oh, crap!
Even though Morty knocked over the device which caused this teleport, Rick is technically at fault for having it out in the open in his garage, knowing it could cause an accident. And as he is responsible, he endangers everyone present at the party, which I estimated to be about 300 people. Each count of endangerment would be 10 years each, but the fact he endangered this many people would almost definitely be the death penalty.
I'm traveling with my son and father-in-law. Wait, are they coming?
Oh, they'll be back soon.
What? I don't know how this works. Help me!
As Rick did create this company, we can charge him. And as Jerry is a grown man with a say in what he wants to do, and he is clearly placed in this daycare of sorts against his will and without his knowledge that they would leave him. So while keeping him safe there is legal, leaving him there is not. However, it is revealed he can leave, so it's not false imprisonment. However, Jerry does so and is clearly not safe on the street, so the closest appropriate crime I could put on Rick for this is criminal negligence.
We could be infested with these things, so we gotta keep an eye out for any zany, wacky characters that pop up.
I know I'm late as this isn't the first time it's shown, but that gun is clearly not licensed as you cannot acquire that type of firearm on this planet.
Why didn't he turn into a snake?
Trade secret, Mr. President. Particle beam in a wristwatch, snake holster on the leg.
As Rick kept the snake in that holster with no ability to move or likely even breathe, this can be classed as animal abuse.
I then introduced that life to the wonders of electricity, which they now generate on a global scale. And some of it goes to power my engine and charge my phone and stuff.
With all those beings on that planet, each and every one of them using the Google box to create Rick's power without them knowing, this would count as slavery for every single one, and I estimated there to be about 2 million beings on the planet. Each count of slavery is 1 life sentence. Okay, so now we are on the episode Look Who's Purging Now, and this is very difficult. Rick killed a lot, however most were in self-defense and legal because of the festival. This was not, as he did not partake in the purge, but Morty did it, not Rick. These were also not legal as they were immune to the purge, so Rick will get a first-degree murder charge for the 8 people he directly killed in this scene. I was iffy about this one, as it can be classed as self-defense, but Rick was wanted by this federation as a prisoner for crimes against them, and as they are taking over the galaxy and therefore have authority in some places, it technically counts.
Hold up! Okay, let's wrap this up.
After some Google searches and calculating, I estimated this green rock made of isotope 322 to weigh about 5 kilograms and to therefore be worth about $300,000, so it's bigger than just theft, and apparently can be marked as grand larceny in the United States, as it costs more than $300. Afterwards, it is also implied that he killed some of the people around him.
Oh, we'll be right back.
So that would be first-degree murder.
Hey, it's cool. Just need to find the nearest exit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No need to freak out.
Nano Shenye, Bizzle Pasto Stick!
You can make the argument that this was in self-defense as Jaguar was shooting at him, however he was hired by the soldiers to do so as Rick was not supposed to be there and killed multiple people.
You break the rules, lose the game, or try to leave, you will die.
In this scene right here, it is implied Rick supplied tech and weapons to usurp a kingdom, which is obviously a crime.
My kingdom was usurped by force, with weapons and technology supplied by your father-in-law.
Unsure about this one, as the Morty did attempt to shoot him, but Rick did get arrested for it, however was released without charge, so I will say the same. Here they cloned Tommy in order to make it seem like his dad was innocent, however whether he was or wasn't, this isn't the real Tommy, so this is technically perverting the court of justice, as it did lead to his dad getting away with it.
Son, you have a right to refuse his order, and I guarantee you're gonna die if you touch me, and there's no afterlife. Everything just goes black. Don't do it.
This was very easy because the president stated half of the crime for me, minus the fact that he was a public official.
You committed murder in the Oval Office. Now you can't leave.
If you want to take a beat to acknowledge the sacred atmosphere, it could give the cynical grave robbing a hint of irreverence. You got that skull, buddy? Your next big score? Steal every square inch of Heist Con!
As what Rick ordered of them made them begin to steal things, break things, and harm each other, this is technically inciting a riot. In this case, Rick would get 1 year and fined for all damages, which I estimated to be around $1 million for a big event like that.
The only real hitch is that there was already a U in each probable dimension, so we had to solve for that.
As Rick made the device, he is partially accountable for every single death, as when you reset it kills a Morty. Rick did also shoot Morty in the beginning and then reset, killing both that Morty and the Rick. I can't count how many times Morty resets, so we'll say 2 second-degree murders and 200 assisted homicide. And so let's just leave it at a death penalty. The entirety of this episode shows Decoy Smith families killing other Decoy Smith families. As Rick built the decoys that also built the decoys and they all killed each other until one family was left, we continued to follow that remaining family. So we will charge that Rick for all the genocide that was committed. As it's shown in this scene, Rick could have saved all 3 planets he went to with his car's gadgets, but chose instead to join their apocalypse parties, and 2 planets he went to did get destroyed. He can be charged, but I couldn't find any crimes surrounding not rescuing the planets when he could have, so let's just go with gross negligence.
Hands are tied, sweetie. I have to turn myself into a turkey and trick the president into giving me a presidential turkey pardon.
Again?
Rick implies that he has, on many occasions, disguised as a turkey in order to trick the president into pardoning him for his crimes. Again, could not find a crime for this. The closest I'll say is bribing a public official, which is punishable by up to 4 years.
And I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, and Sanchez, you got your part.
Hey, look over there.
Oh, jeez!
Pardon the interruption. We are once again in the federal clear.
Is that man dead?
Is everything in here confidential?
Everything but murder.
Then he's fine.